say dear awofo no kasa di abobo ni nyina say it seems say free SHS no say your name say you free or say you den because so far a month for ensema omugya emonte so kan na che say awekosem ewo ye my Ghana ha na ukopiem ewo TikTok dia na che say asemke to a TikTok live ena nkomo twetwe so ewo ho che say say no mmofra na ekọ school ayeji omo 4000 ansa na omo results mpo eba ya Sunday e ama awofo na ebusia we na Ghana fo bi ebusia say free SHS ya cancel no ana say egusu free because omo nte enioma bi ase ewo NDC aban mo yenkwe na yenkotie ensem no nche mu bi eba
for to be a free education too man. We just to me say free be our person baba. We are cracking me our bahu. But your mama buy the was sonne so. Sonne so you Muslim for you who are moving more. Our phone are to Santine to turn woman and do a mama co school. You who may do see a case cardiac. On so one bed abba. I
don't bet to Chama, ma'am.
If you see a case card, they will say, hey, well, you go see you, man.
Will be 26 banana. And then we 12 crap PC. And the man must say, Monamus education and I don't know. Mama, Chromatom, school uniform, Mama provisions here. What's the name?
Halfway, who was who was and someone banning school. Show me the money or money being out. As who was Asante mine and near the Oman why mama Yenya Muslim for and that they do see a case got their march more. Oh, yeah, mamma, someone from money in much. A father may so why I do another Mr. Somebody be a mechanic be a fight chapter uniform.
the first time on the menu.
Me back when you are there, you are not to when you are there,
you are not to a pump, Yamani day. Pump day. And I will buy a son of Bay. And another placement, you know. Send a machine a pick. I buy what's the one son? Sorry. Oh, yeah, sure. And then another saw you.
Yes, almost over to 10 years. And I'm at the son. Look at father's swimming inside. And I'm going to 3 days.
That is a scare-free system. Hey, we have a camera. Why I was on Van Born in Chow?
Oh, me.
What's the wife born in Chow?
Consider me see Taba Mopa, yeah, campaign. And not won't even make a banana yourself. And then they will be at your mama said for our school. I fed the winner there near the narco you can tell.
Yado Baka to one into the way as Anna.
And yes, such as I say was son so. Or catch them so best on this one. Will be progo. Say, are you a gentle moor in two? He said, what 2 years no, we have it, or 2 years no, I bet was 1 year. It's a day. You know, since you're Maame baako neba wa yi na bi omutu galam say manso ano anya adweso man ana yade na today easy
Ghana for awo for mo si de be mo fa mo kwase asem mo fa nko be bi nkuni ya so nkwa didie nipa bonfo ehimanu na mo kai makoto mato panchen na mawo mo ma na do say me de mo be ko school Ghana oye man ye mane na ho na Mahama ne nkrofo be se bi kodi ye no agwana politicians a chedi ye de be ye free education me fie pie nya bibi na do boni awaye no kwasiafo. The whole world came to a standstill. Everybody threw their hands in despair. Na do say munya jidi omimu covid buy ye chese wiase nyinara abonyenya mesha mo mama mo mujina ho ka kire say eye mo na mawo mama tia hwe mo ma school fees metimi achia pad na muntimi nto emmoa afi de pad man aba na oto pad mama no si munja school fees na mo san ko ha da mama ma mu kam mo chimi papa mo ye moa me say mo asofofo ombe ko so edi mu a awo mu a asei mu a esiba mu amamu a edi mu bronsam die ansa no mo yisika mama se mo fa nkwohwe mama wo school kwasiafo Ghana fo asofofo esop against na do because no nyamu ni mu bie Ghana fo awofo enye na mbehu ni we eye first round mo se jimi mu bie mesa be ye oduama mo emmo ntwa mo a
bla asama to me NDC ni o me banya de ye de na kwoto wa yese me dini kosua adwuma na asa me manager easy check away easy asama to me o me se me ba no onya wa de ye de na kwoto wa no wo be da akọ school no yese me manager ya na me 150 million me nya enti asu ojai asamu ya atu na NDC enya PP semo atu o ma mu ni nyina your mama we de waso ne so ma na boroso me ba ni nya de o onya ya de na kwoto wa akoro ne be de akọ school no ye okosi adwuma na wo ja ati na fie we asama tu ye yo your mama o kan so ba be so ne so we de waso ne so ma na boroso ye papa we de wadama your mama me se me ba na nya de ya de na kwoto wa me NDC new na me de na ko anda si obeja ya na si obesia adwuma akro wa bon unto school papa wo ko to school kesia what you mean what they do akọ today enye is a check away
Exa me your debut
sir please what does it mean when they say inflation is down by 9.4%?
Inflation is the measure of the rate at which prices are going up. So when they say inflation has come down to 9.4%, they mean that from last year September to this year September, the rate at which prices were going up has slowed down to 9.4%. That's what it means. If you remember, at the end of 2024, Deloitte forecasts that this year, 2025, if you follow the program that the MPP government was using to bring inflation down, average inflation should be about 11% this year. So this 9.4, if you adjust for the average from the beginning of the year till now, I think it's about 17% average so far. In 2018 and 2019, during the MPP era, we brought inflation down to 7.8 and 7.1. So that's a context within which this current 9.4%, which brings it to an average of about 17% for the year. That's a context within which you should look at it.
What are some of the factors that contribute to
inflation going down?
Yes.
So usually, so there's demand and then there's supply side. So usually the government can do some things to ensure that whatever is causing the increases in price is controlled. Where the government is not able to do that, the Bank of Ghana will come in to suck some money out of the economy using various methods. Once too many people don't have so much money, then they won't demand too many things, which can sometimes make the prices go down. So in this particular instance, there are about 3 reasons. Number one is that, the currency is appreciated. Though now it's going back up, generally it's appreciated. The government has taken a lot of money from our reserves. Last time we spoke, I told you about 4 billion plus. They've dumped it on the market to try and suppress the currency. So it's allowed the currency to appreciate. And because of that, the prices of imported items have, in some cases, come down or stabilized or are not rising that quickly. So imported inflation is tamed. That's one of the main reasons. The second reason is that also on the imported side, as the global platforms, JP Morgan and the rest are reporting, the global inflation itself is also tamed a bit. So the rate at which prices were rising on the world stage following the different crises is also tamed. And then I think the last one is that the Bank of Ghana has sucked a lot of money from the local economy, about 60 billion. You remember the last time when we spoke in the conference room, I was explaining to you that they've sucked about 60 billion from the economy. And so it reduces how much money people have to demand. And that has a way of also slowing down the rate at which prices are going up.
So, please, why are food prices so expensive?
That one, you have to look at it from the food and non-food side. So I've already explained to you that imported inflation is tamed, though domestic inflation is still, as in the price of locally manufactured goods is still a bit high. Then if you also look at it from food and non-food, you'll find out that food inflation has not gone down as much as non-food inflation. The reason is that the things that cause food inflation, so how are farmers getting inputs, fertilizers, fuel, for preparing their land, etc., transportation of food items, the margins that market queens, etc., are putting on it, storage problems, all of those ones have still not been solved. So food inflation is not taming as quickly as non-food inflation is taming. So that's why you see that food prices are still not lower per se, despite even the seasonalities.
This is my last question. What are some of the things we can do to make prices cheaper in the economy?
I think generally what all governments have to do is not just about NDC government, but all governments. What all governments have to do is to ensure that, for example, on the domestic side, locally manufactured goods, support is given to industry. Are they getting cheaper electricity? Is labor cost cheaper? Are raw materials cheaper? So that the final product will be cheaper. Then you and I, when we are buying, prices won't be rising that much. And then on the food side, like I mentioned, the things that go into food production and transportation and storage, the governments also have to tackle it so that food inflation also doesn't rise.
Okay, thank you.
We okay?
Me okay.
Yeah, me how.